Look what we got. We're so excited. We now have our very own Rhino tote tank. So we don't have to go and dump. Yay!
And it came with a hose.
Yeah, it came with a kit.
Bag of stuff.
Right there.
Another hose. And a thing if you hook to your hitch.
Now we did not get the 4-wheel one. We may live to regret that. But we like the sturdiness of this one. So here we have it. Had a little incident because we had loosened the wrong one of these to vent. This is not the vent, this is the vent. But now we know. So it kind of, as it was being filled up, it kind of bubbled out a little bit. So we cleaned it up.
Hey, this is Gary with Rough Road RV Life. We like looking at freedom. Freedom has brought us back to our home base. And once a week I get the honor of loading up the portable poop tank and running it up and dumping it. So today is that day. We hold 32 gallons of black water, so that's what I'm getting ready to run into my portable tank here. It's not hard. You just take the vent cap off, hook the hose in. The only problem with mine is that my where it comes out of my RV is lower than my tank, so makes it a little more difficult. Takes a few minutes longer. Stick the thing in the hole there and pull the valve. That's what we're going to do now. And with any luck, it'll go in the tank and not all over the ground.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's nice and clear. No chunks.
Yikes.
Guess our stuff's doing its job. We use Tank Tech.
But we just switched to Happy
Now,
Camper.
we do have some Happy Camper we're going to try, but we have liked Tank Tech.
Here comes the challenge. That's what we'll call it.
This holds 35 gallons, and my tank holds 32, so.
Now, will you flush it before you are done?
I will flush it. Well, at the dump station.
Oh, you... Oh, that's just gross.
Just about empty. Yep. About it. So, when we finish with that, put our vent cap back on.
You want to explain about the dangers of venting the wrong cap?
Oh yeah. If you don't pull the vent, it'll build up pressure and come back out here.
Yeah. We learned that the hard way. Also, the first time we were using it and we were pulling it, One of the wheels just came off after it was fully
On
loaded.
this tank, if you undo this right here, you can hook a water hose up here and it sprays it out inside. So it flushes it.
And we purchased this from
Amazon.
and it cost about
100 and gosh, I don't remember, $160.
we'll put that down in the notes.
If I remember right. It's a Camco, I believe it's the name of it.
Yeah. It was reasonably priced for what we needed because some stays you just can't quite get through the stay without having to unhook your RV and go dump. So we were excited to use it this year. So here's how we do it here.
So I hooked the trailer up. Now normally in a campground I would just pull the tote behind my car, just hook it to the hitch. But the this adapter it comes with, this goes on the ball, this goes to the tote, just pull it to the dump station. So I'm gonna pull that thing up here. I got my gloves, got my hand sanitizer, got my flush hose, and I got myself a couple straps to strap her down with. So let's do the fun part.
This is the part that the wheel came off the first time we ever did this.
Because someone forgot to put the wheel cap on.
Someone meaning. So if you get these, do check and make sure the wheels are on solidly. Now we realize not everyone has a trailer they can borrow like we do to go ahead and do this, but if we didn't have this, we would just be loading up and going for a drive like we used to, right, hon?
Yep.
It really wasn't that big a deal. About once a week, we'd pack it all up, be a good house cleaning day, and off we went.
Now I don't have to take this off the trailer to dump it. I just run the hose to the dump station. So it comes off empty. So dragging that thing up is the worst part of the whole operation. It's 32 gallons of what, 320 pounds. This is the part of RV life my wife doesn't like.
No, I don't mind it.
Although she's never done it. She doesn't mind it.
If I had to do it, I could do it. If I had to. Now, I am a little concerned that if I could haul it up this...
I can tell you that right now.
No?
No.
So I would be packing up the RV and driving it up there if it were me.
So I really don't think this thing would blow off here full. This is just for the ride back. Really, for the strapping part.
It is a good little jaunt to take in rough road to keep it moving when we're stationary. But we're not really stationary that much. So it's about 10 miles away.
Easy drive.
$10 a pop. Used to be $5.
Yeah, actually, the state park is $10.70, I think. See, it's a trade-off because I handle all this poop, but whenever the roof needs to get cleaned and leafed,
Like it does right now.
like it does right now, I come over here and put out the ladder for her as a hint. That's a hint that someone needs to climb up the ladder and get that mass of leaves off, because as you can see,
We're in leaf
look at the ground around you.
heaven right now. Yeah.
Look at the ground
Pretty
around
much a
you.
constant thing. I don't like it, but I'll do it.
Otherwise, it could clog your AC drain holes.
True.
Get water running back in your AC, could have a clogged drain hole from leaves. And that's it, people. All we gotta do is throw a sewer hose in there and head down the road. So yeah, it doesn't do any good to run all the way to the dump station and not take your hose or your, whatever you want to call that, downspout, whatever.
Yeah, your connector.
And hand sanitizer, your gloves, and my flush hose. And $10.
Oh, yep, $10. That's important.
So people, some of this video that we've done on the poop tank, the portable poop tank, was when we were parked here at our home base during the COVID, and we were actually loading it on a trailer and taking it off. Since then, we've actually been camping, been RV camping to the parks, and had to use it at parks. So what I have discovered is a couple of things. Number one is that when I back my motorhome in and my driver's side, goes down the driver's side of the campsite, I have to leave myself enough space in there to actually pull my portable tank along the edge of the RV. I can't park it so close that it's hitting a railroad timber or a curb or something like that, because then I wind up having to pull it up over stuff, and it's very inconvenient. So when I get to a campsite, I have to look at where I'm going to back in and make sure I leave myself a couple of feet so that I can actually have room to drag the tank beside the RV. So that was one thing I discovered. And for me, in this RV, if both my tanks are full, gray and black, that's 3 trips. 1 for the black, 2 for the gray. It's 32 of black, and I have 60 gallons of gray, which is 2 trips. So I will have to make 3 trips if both tanks are full at a campground. Now when I'm filling my Tote, it holds 35 gallons. I only have 32 gallons of black water, so I don't have to worry about it overflowing. Now when I do the gray water, that's a different story, because I have 60 and it only holds 35. So I have to kind of gauge how much I'm putting in, stop, look in there and see how full it's getting, because I don't have an automatic shut off on this Tote. So I just have to keep an eyeball on side, and remember, I need to allow enough room in there to actually empty the hose too. So that's how I have to gauge my Tote to make sure I'm not going to overfill it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is that hard to do?
No, not really.
Are you sorry you didn't get one with a gauge?
No, because it's not really that hard. You can let it run for a while, then stop, and it's not really that hard.
Okay. My questions have been answered.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It's really not that big a deal.
Yeah, gotcha. Awesome.
Okay. Any further questions for the seminar?
Say how much it weighs when you have to pick it up, though.
I figure if it's got 32 gallons of fluid in there at 10 pounds a gallon, it's 320 pounds.
Yes. But
yes.
Would an average person who doesn't have a lot of upper body strength, could they put it on the ball of the car?
Well, putting on the ball of the car is not that hard. You don't have to drag it.
Right. But it has wheels.
It has wheels, but you still have to lift the front.
Gotcha. I should try that one day.
You should try that one day.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. It's very easy to hook up on the car. Before that, I just had it on the trailer, but I since pulled it behind the car. The big wheels that it comes with is nice. I would not get one with 4 wheels, because once I put it up on the ball of the car, I don't really need front wheels. So that worked out very well. It's very stable. I didn't have any problems with anything leaking or anything like that as I was carrying it to the dump station. So overall, it's been a good tank for us. It stores right in the back of the car. And one thing I do is, once I finish doing all my dumping, I rinse it out there at the dump station, with the rinse, the freshwater rinse, and then I will leave a couple of gallons of water in it, and I will add some Dawn dish liquid detergent to it to keep the couple of gallons of dishwashing detergent liquid in the tank. It sloshes around. It keeps it kind of from smelling and all that. So that's just one thing I do. But overall, we're happy with it. Okay, so that's it for this Porta Tote video. And this is Gary. Got Sharon behind the camera, Ruff Road behind me, the dog's back here.
Doing nothing.
Doing nothing.
Just kind of pacing around, being bored.
So, if you've got any tips or suggestions on the types of Porta Totes you might take with you, feel free to share it with us in the comments, and like, subscribe, click the bell, and all that good stuff. We like looking at freedom. We hope to see you on the road. Stay safe.